Nope. No, the best villain in the franchise is not the guy in the thumbnail, okay? How predictable and basic do you think we are on the crypto channel? Come on now. Thinking about it, I'm probably the bigger villain for hooking you on and making you wait until the end of the ranking to find out, but you know what? That's a shame! But yeah, today we're gonna be ranking all the mainline villains across the entire Borderlands franchise, and emphasis goes on the word mainline, because otherwise, this little video here would turn into a 2-hour documentary of me deciding whether Knuckle Dragger or my brother from the United Kingdom, Mr. Shank, is a better villain. And we're going to be doing this in the form of a tier list. These kind of fell off, haven't they? I haven't seen anyone use tier lists as a ranking system for a good while, and I don't know why, because they're pretty unique and a really good way to rank things, so let's bring them back. Definitely not because my last video was also a ranking just without a tier list. Listen, man, I can't have 2 videos in a row that are formatted the exact same way, alright? I gotta stay original somehow. Kicking off with Steel. Now, I think it goes without saying that this is a very obvious objective F, right? I know people would argue Tyreen and Troy are the worst villains in the franchise and all that, but off the top of your head, give me one comment on Steel quote right now. Go on. I'm waiting. You can't. Exactly.
What up, my bandit orphans? God Queen Tyreen coming at you live from the HBC.
Hate to say it, but that's a classic. We all remember that one. The point is, Steel was not memorable at all and only really became present halfway through the game's story, which is not the greatest look for your big bad of the game, is it? Now, something you probably didn't know and might find interesting is that Steel was originally going to have more screen time in Borderlands 1, as a whole entire story arc revolving her was in development, but sadly, it got cut and never came to fruition.
The problem was, when I finally put that story together, it was so late in the process that not everybody was embracing everything. And, you know, I'm kind of a soft leader. Like, I'm not going to force stuff if people aren't going to buy it.
Wow. What a humble man. I'm sure he pays his employees well.
I should have.
Mate, you think?
You forget that we lost an entire act.
Yeah, that's
about a third act from the game.
That's
there was a
to
whole other section of the first game.
And she was going to be there a lot more. So.
Colonel Zarpedon. Now, she is a character I never really see discussed that often, but you know what? I actually really like her. She was definitely one of the better parts of a pre-sequel story to me, as she was a very well layered and complex character. She wasn't full villain, she still had some good qualities to her, and in all honesty, the best way to probably describe her role is by calling her an anti-hero. And not only does her complexity make her a great character, but her boss fight? Her boss fight was chef's kiss, 10 out of 10. So that said, we're gonna go ahead and put her in... shit. We'll go B tier, like top of B. She's so close to A, but not quite. Not quite. The Dragon Lord. Now, yes, this is Wonderlands, but I'm gonna include it in here anyway because it's a Borderlands game. Alright, it is. No amount of copium sipping is gonna change that. It is, unfortunately, a Borderlands game. I really liked the fella, and in my eyes, he's definitely deserving of being put in the A tier. Very good complex villain who is very good at pulling on your heartstrings, and the only reason why he's not reaching the S rank for me is because... like my guy, he's trapped in a D&D game, you know, he doesn't really pose any exact threat to the universe's real world. Also, like, he's voiced by Will Arnett, how can you not like him? Next up, we have, God, one of my favourite characters in the entire franchise, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, this is gonna be controversial, but top of S tier for me. Do I need to say more? I will say more because, God, that's going to piss a lot of people off. But come on, you can't tell me that whenever Vasquez wasn't on the screen, that smile of yours wasn't about to pop from excitement. Like, I can name so many memorable moments from this guy off the top of my head, like the infamous finger gun fight, or Jack messing around with the skin of his face, or better yet...
Whoa, wait a minute! Wallet head!
Such an icon, we love him. And not to mention that the entirety of Tales from the Borderlands, that entire adventure, only happened because of Vasquez. That man is responsible for the best story in the entire franchise, and that is something in my eyes that makes him worthy of the S rank. On to another Tales villain, Valerie. And as opposed to Vasquez, I could not name a single Valerie moment despite her being the second main villain of the game. Oh my god. I genuinely can't name a single Valerie moment. What the fuck? I recall her having a rocket launcher, and that's it. Wait, isn't she the bitch that... Hold on. Wait a second.
Huh? Then I guess I don't need you anymore.
What? No!
Wow. Finch and Kroger. Now, I put these two together because they're basically the same person, and honestly, they're both just massive dick riders of each other. Like, this duo cannot be separated or ever seen alone. It's like Barbie and Oppenheimer. If you only watch one and you don't see the other during the same time period, you're a bit weird, I'm not gonna lie. Speaking of which, if you're cultured and saw both, comment down below which one you preferred. I'm personally Oppenheimer gang, okay? I did The Forbidden and I watched that shit in front row seats. Terrifying experience, how daring, I know. But yeah, both were really damn good anyway. There's no right or wrong take here at all. Any opinion's valid. So Finch and Kroger, eh? These guys were more comedy relief characters than big bad villains you are meant to take seriously, though they did pose as quite big threats at times. For example, when they pulled up to Felix's crib that one time when you were playing as Fiona and they almost killed both you and Sasha. They were just fun little characters you kept encountering on your journey, and I really loved the parts where you just got to shoot Finch in the head with different elements. God, those never failed to get a little nose exhale out of me, but yeah. Moving on, we have Tyreen Calypso. Now, I'm gonna put Tyreen here in D tier, right? Now, calm down, alright? I know it's not quite F tier. If we weigh out the negatives, yes, she is the most annoying motherfucker on the planet. Yes, she's not interesting at all. Yes, her streaming gimmick does not belong in the Borderlands world at all. Yes, she's probably just as universally hated by everyone as that one famous artist from 1940. But she looks dope. She has drip. And you can really tell how much energy and passion the voice actress put into her performance, and for that, I don't think she completely deserves to go down to F, you know? And another person who doesn't deserve to go down to F is Troy. We'll put him in C instead. Honestly, he's not even that different from Tyreen, okay? The only reason why people call him a better villain is because he has less screen time, so we don't get to see how bad of a character he really could be. But I do agree that he had potential to have a really fucking cool character arc with him betraying Tyreen at the end and becoming the final boss, but obviously, this is Gearbox, and me and you both know that as of late, a plot twist like that is way beyond their comprehension. They made new tales. Can you just shut the fuck up? And now finally, the last two characters. Jack or Digijack? Digijack or Jack? Who will come out on top? Who is the bigger villain? I told you at the start Jack wouldn't be on the top, alright? And that's me keeping my promise. Crypto, you do realize Handsome Jack is Digijack, right? Well, I definitely didn't realize I'm dealing with a fucking lobotomite now. Okay, hold on. And you are definitely going to the top. How's that look? Because if this isn't something we can all universally agree on, then I've lost faith in humanity. You know what? Looking back on this and reflecting on it, it's really made me realise that we've had a lot of good villains, but also a lot of awful ones. And that's quite intriguing, because at the end of the day, the heart and soul of Borderlands' story are its villains, right? So let's just hope Gearbox knock it out of the park with Borderlands 4's villains and give us a definite S rank we can all agree on. Because
get your butt shined by our expert butt valets.
more of that just ain't gonna fly, boss man. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you have any disagreements with the ranking, then make sure to comment down below your own mini tier lists in the comment section, because I'd love to hear your own versions of the ranking. If you did enjoy the video, make sure to like and subscribe. I make content all things Borderlands, so it's definitely worth sticking around. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you all in the next one. Stay classy. Peace.